What are the true limits of human free solo climbing without any protection? Are they really as extreme as they sound? Previously, top climber Alex, who conquered El Capitan, has now set his sights on the 508-meter tall Taipei 101 building. At 9 a.m. on January 25th, the site was already packed with onlookers, and Netflix was broadcasting the entire event live. Before the challenge, there was little embellishment or hype. Just simple gear. A pair of shoes, a bag of chalk, and a pair of headphones. With hardly any warm-up, Alex began his vertical journey for the day. Once the bow is drawn, there's no turning back. The key point is that Alex is climbing without any protective measures whatsoever, so he must ensure zero mistakes. Unlike the rough surface of mineral rock, the smooth steel structure undoubtedly makes the challenge even more difficult. A green zone stretched for dozens of meters with angled steel frames, allowing him to rely on leg strength and conserve energy. This served as a warm-up. Soon, he hit the first obstacle, a cloud-shaped steel structure at the corner. It barely protruded, with a thickness of 30 centimeters. He used the metal protrusion at the bottom as a pull-up point, moving his body to the right. Stepping on the patterns, he climbed steadily upward. The surface of the summit conveniently provided a buffer zone to help alleviate muscle soreness. From this perspective, it was already close to 100 meters high. Let alone climbing, the editor estimates that just standing there would be hard to keep your balance. After a brief rest, Alex set out horizontally again. With the experience and muscle memory he had built up earlier, the first part of the journey went relatively smoothly. However, as he progressed, the gaps became wider and he had to consider a two-stage climb.
The explosive power of his arms and fingertips
Was put to the test as the difficulty increased, not to mention that the higher he went, the sharper the edges became, making it even harder to maintain balance. But after that, the difficulty ramped up to a hellish, aggressive level, because from this point on, each corner of every bamboo section he climbed past had a dragon head-like ornament. 8 sections of bamboo meant 8 layers of obstacles to overcome. Alex was the first to quickly reach one side of the ornament. Then came a beautiful display of explosive core strength in motion. He quickly shifted his center of gravity by hooking his left foot into a groove, then used his arms to climb up and grab hold. The process was seamless. It requires immense grip strength. You see, the ornament's surface is very slick. I thought I could do it too. He begins to encounter a 7-degree overhang, which is like an invisible outward force constantly pushing against him, making it harder to move forward. This means his arm and hand muscles are always tense, having to grip the protruding parts of the wall tightly. However, with the experience of conquering the first section, the subsequent climb for Cook is less about technique and more about the dual challenge of endurance and mental strength. As his energy drains, he also has to overcome the increasing wind interference from the outside. By the 34-minute mark, he has unknowingly reached the height of the 80th floor. With the perfect capture from a bird's eye view, Alex successfully conquers the afternoon's crux. One can't help but admire the cameraman here as well.
What's more,
not to mention, when he stood in front of the platform and greeted the audience, even the host couldn't handle it.
Back off. You're making me nervous, Megan. His mental strength is truly remarkable.
This allowed the Wu Bao household to chat and laugh with his wife even while hundreds of meters up in the air. As time passed and the clock hit 1 hour and 9 minutes, Alex had already reached the 89th floor. From the way his short sleeves were flapping, it was clear that the crosswind had become extremely strong. At this moment, the windows on the same floor were packed with spectators eager to post on their social media, everyone keeping quiet for fear of interrupting the master's concentration. Then, under the watchful eyes of the crowd, Alex successfully overcame the final obstacle of the Pearl River. He even sat down right on the edge with both legs dangling, taking a break and adjusting his state of mind. This was to prepare himself for the final sprint. In front of him were 3 major tough spots. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, with each floor, the incline increased, leaving no footholds for support, rendering lower body strength completely useless. The only way forward was to rely on powerful core strength, but for Alex, this seemed to be business as usual. When he reached the final obstacle before the 100-meter top floor of the building, he even pulled off an impressive bat hang. Keep in mind, this was at a height of 500 meters with no safety measures, an ultimate test of strength and skill. Ahead was the last short stretch, a sprint through the clouds. If you think it's just like climbing a ladder at home, you couldn't be more wrong. The material was flexible. Imagine a suspension bridge at a scenic spot. That tells you just how difficult every step was. As Alex climbed past the final spire, he completed the challenge in an hour and a half, single-handedly pushing the limits of what humans can achieve.
He's done.